after spending countless hours in family court fighting for custody of her 7 children. This experience was both exhausting and incredibly expensive. It consumed all of my 20s, but I've learned so much. As Teen Mom fans know, Kail shares 16-year-old Elliot with ex-Joe Rivera, 12-year-old Lincoln with ex-husband Javi Maracan. Hello?
Hey, it's Elijah. Verse and Valley are with me. Chris has Lux, Creed, and Rio.
Okay, good. I'll meet you. Earlier this month on my Patreon, I accused one of my children's fathers of abusing the court system. Just weeks after revealing that I've spent over $1 million battling for custody. Now Kail has released another video on the topic. You can find it now, and I'll be sharing more updates. If you're a parent going through a custody struggle, my experience can help. You're not alone. There are ways to navigate this. First, create a detailed parenting plan. Then, before hiring an attorney, gather your documents and know your goals. I must emphasize that my comments should not be taken as legal advice. For official guidance, please consult a licensed attorney. I noted that my perspective comes from extensive firsthand experience. I have spent all of my 20s in court. From the time I turned 20 to the time I turned 30, I was in and out of family court. I've never shied away from discussing my conflicts with my children's fathers. The criticism from fans accusing me of misusing the system has been tough. It's hard to stay focused with all this pressure. Custody battles are still preferable to remaining in an unhealthy relationship. A big part of this is choosing your hard. If you're in a relationship situation that's not serving you and have to leave, or marriage where you want to leave but you're terrified to do so, you have to ask yourself which option is the lesser of two evils. Going through child custody, whether in court or on your own, is incredibly difficult and draining, both financially and mentally. But staying in a relationship you don't want to be in is just as hard. So which hard do you choose? The one with the most to gain or the one with the least to lose? If you want a better outcome for your kids, you need to act now and make the right choices. I can almost guarantee that staying in a toxic relationship will hurt them more than leaving, even if that means spending a lot of money on attorneys. It's often best to resolve custody matters outside of court. This approach is less stressful and more cooperative for everyone. I cannot stress enough how important it is to work with your co-parent and try to come up with a plan outside of court that everyone can live with. You can do this on your own. We need to come to an agreement.
I have a neutral proposal.
Agreed.
Agreed. Have it signed and notarized, and then file it with the court.
Understood. I'll get it done. Despite her years of experience and the significant money she's spent, I have to admit, these custody proceedings still take a serious emotional toll on me. It doesn't matter how many times I've gone through this, she said. Every single time, I'm full of anxiety and I can't work that week. I don't know what to do with myself some days. Even when I'm spiraling and thinking about 100 different things, custody and court are always in the back of my mind. She also addressed the high conflict scenarios that often come with custody disputes. You know, a single email or phone call can completely derail my day and spark arguments with the other parent. Shots are being fired, and we're hitting below the belt for what? So much of that is avoidable if you can just get on the same page with your co-parent. For high conflict co-parenting, keep communication brief and fact-based, focus on the children, and use parallel parenting to limit conflict. I think limiting communication to email or using parenting apps would be best. I have to admit, neither approach has worked well for me personally. However, she did pass along one crucial piece of advice she once received from an attorney.
Do not send your co-parent a text or voicemail that you wouldn't feel comfortable reading out loud on the witness stand.
I can't tell you how many times horrible things were said by me and to me, and we had to read them in court. It's embarrassing, it's disgusting, and it ends up in court transcripts. And one day, your kids can see that.